Hey everybody, welcome back to How We Flow Today TV. I'm Stephanie Stallworth, ATL Traffic Lady, founder and CEO of How We Flow Today, also of the Flow Television streaming platform and of the Flow Solutions and Who Can Work From Home. Me. I'm looking forward to sharing with you a new resource. I've been talking about it. It's called Better Habits. I'm going to talk about better habits today. Now, and we're in the How We Flow Today community. I'd love for you to join if you're not already a part of our community. There is just kind of a self-care, sort of wellness, art of well-being scenario. It's even a personal improvement. So we'll do some self-improvement items for you there and just an overall betterment of you, right? So that's How We Flow Today. It's a community surrounding all of those things because, as I always say, in the pandemic, oh my gosh, it was it was too much, right? And so we're all a little wiped out. It did something to a lot of people. And so I figured I can't be the only one who's on overload with all of this. Let me start a community of people who are like minded and who are working to either get out of that rut or they've already gotten out and they just want to better themselves, right? So that's who we are here at How We Flow Today. Like, how are you today? And the Flow is the brand for the streaming platform. So how are you flowing? Thanks for joining me in the Flow. You hear me saying all of those things. So how are you flowing today? How we flow today. How are you flowing today? How's things going for you today? So that's kind of where that comes from. But go to our website, howweflow.today. You can join our community there and got lots of great things and folks to join in with you. And I got a lot of great resources. Over the pandemic, I kind of put together a lot of amazing resources to help myself and to help you. Today's resource is called Better Habits. And I kind of mentioned it before. I'm on the social media pages called Better Habits. It's a Better Habits ebook, it's Better Habits resources, and also kind of a Better Habits sort of a video e-course. So I've got all of that available for you just in time for the new year. We're ending 2022, we're in 2023, and hey, who has a resolution or two or five? Or at least one, I don't know. And sometimes the resolutions, they don't go so well, right? So I had another resource about your successful winning mindset. You need the winning mindset to make those resolutions stick. So look for that. But today we're talking about better habits. Better habits. We all could do better with some of our habits. So this is how to achieve these better habits. So I have a lot to share with you kind of about the Better Habits resource. And hey, I mean, let's talk about it. It's literally as you're into the 2023 year, it's a 52-week guide to building better habits in all aspects of your life. So it's not just, oh, I got to make sure, that I do this or do that. It's all aspects of your life. So you're going to find out how the entire process of making better habits works. And it's a process and specific steps, got a step-by-step guide, got a formula for you on how to get that done. People talk about, oh, do this and do that, but we've got the guide for you. So you're going to learn the entire process of how making better habits works. So hey, you guys, thanks again for joining me again. Stephanie Stallworth, ATL Traffic Lady here, talking about our resource, Better Habits. And with everything going on around you in and around the home, and again, we talked about during COVID and all of that stuff, it's difficult to try to find the time you need to, make the habits that you need to become healthy and whole stick, right? So, what do they say, 27, 28 days to make a habit like an actual thing happen. You have to do it that many days. Keeping habits can be even harder than because there's a lot of pressure from outside sources. Oh my gosh. I thought you said you were going to stop smoking. I thought you said you were going to, quit this, or I thought you were going to lose weight, or I thought you were going to, be better at whatever, right? It's always a critic out there. So what? Don't worry about that. What you need is a solid plan. And what I have for you today is a solid plan to making better habits. And without a weekly plan, it's not going to be easy for you to be able to share and create and sustain. That's the thing, sustaining the habits that you need to make your life better. So we all want to make our lives better. And we start really gung-ho in January. Yeah, I'm going to the gym. And, all the gym membership numbers go up in January. And all of the regular gym goers that have been going all year for the years probably dread the January gym goers that are all gung ho. Yes, we're ready to go. And then they dwindle off and it kind of fizzles out and, all of that. I'm going to do this and do that. And keeping the habit thing, it's a hard thing, but we're going to show you how to get a weekly plan. Without a weekly plan, you can't create and sustain the habits you need to make your life better. Also, some new habits really can be created in all areas of life: physical, mental, and emotional habits. Have you ever thought about those areas for habits? Physical habits, yeah, we thought about that. What to eat, what to do, what to say, right? Mental habits, that's an important point. Your mental habits, right? And emotional habits. And we're not always thinking about our emotions and having habits about that, but emotional habits can be created. New, good emotional habits can also be created. You're going to need to make sure that you're creating new habits at work and at home so you have the perfect work-life balance, right? You might be great in your professional life and your home life's a whole wreck, right? Sometimes I feel that. Or you're great at home and your work life might be a wreck. But you want that perfect work-life balance. Well, have that work-life balance, But you have to have a plan in place to make sure that you create those habits and that they do lead to that perfect work-life balance. So you need to make sure you're creating that, and we'll help you with that with better habits. So did you know? I got a couple few did you knows. Did you know that good habits are connected to ding 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 better health? Oh my gosh! If I had better habits, I'd have better health. That would be amazing, right? But studies have actually shown that good habits can make you healthier in many different ways, including mentally and physically, right? So having good habits can, in fact, be connected to better health. That's a good thing to know and a good reason to get into this resource. Also, those who have plans to make their daily habits, you're kind of going to end up having yourself an easier time of achieving your goals because your routines, oh my gosh, the routine and your plans, they're well thought out. You don't just wake up and say, okay, what I'm going to do today. You got a routine. You got a before bed routine. You got a morning routine. You got all that stuff, the throughout the day routine. You've got the routine for all these different things, right? But if you don't put those kind of things into place, it's going to be a little bit harder for you to make those differences. So we're going to have routines and plans, teach you how to do that in the Better Habits resource. And they're going to be well thought out. And when they're well thought out, it's a lot easier to execute because you didn't forget certain things. Oh, I didn't think about that, right? So we're going to have well thought out plans for you as well. So also, habits will evolve every day. So what that means is you can get rid of habits that are no longer working for you, don't suit you anymore, and replace them with ones that work better. So this is going to be a continuous process, right? It's going to be a continuous process of leveling up, moving forward, getting better, getting stronger, all of those things. Your mindset's going to be right. It's better habits. That's our resource today in How We Flow. Today TV. Now, I got another did you know? Another did you know? I got to ask you, did you know that self-love can increase contentment? Self-love can increase contentment. A lot of folks struggle with self-love. Maybe have that voice, that tape going off in your head saying these negative things about yourself or about your situation. But self-love can increase your contentment in your life, increasing your daily habits, and, even think about creating habits to reach certain goals. That's one of the most important things that you can do for your health and for your personal relationships. So increase your daily habits and create those habits to reach your goals. And habits can help you reach your goals. Relationships, they're harder to sustain without healthy habits that make your communication easy and better. You got to think about how you treat yourself also affects your habits. How you treat yourself, I'll say it again, how you treat yourself also affects your habits. And that relationships are hard to sustain without healthy habits that make the communication between you and others easier and better. So I teach speech communication, and there's a whole speech communication process. So here we're going to tie in some of that and the communication goals that you may have with your better habits and how to set those goals. So we're looking forward to that. Also, you need to acknowledge that your mind and your body are important. Yeah, we don't think about it. Some of you do, some don't. And we're going to benefit from actually seeing some of these new habits into play. It's important. This is another reason to think about the better habits. Now, if you're struggling making those new habits and you're really not sure how to even get started, all you're going to need is this well thought out plan. Well, where am I going to get the plan, Stephanie? Well, that's why we created this detailed and informative guide for you that's going to help give you guidance on how you can make better habits to increase your life quality as well as your relationships with all the important people that are in your life and around you. And I'm so happy and proud to introduce you to my resource, Better Habits. Better Habits. I kind of previewed it out on social media before, but it's a 52-week guide to building better habits in all aspects of your life. Better Habits. I got the ebook for you. I got to ask you, are you finally ready to learn to be content? Some people are never content. You're going to benefit so much by going through the guide, Better Habits. I mean, it's going to be great. Here's some of the things you're going to learn in this guide. The research behind how habits can affect your health, both positively and negatively. Habits can affect your health in a positive way, and they can also affect your health in a negative way. And you need to understand the research behind it and why that is. Also, you're going to learn in this guide how making new habits can change how you view life. How am I looking at things? And even kind of how you relate to others. So another reason for you to get better habits. It's going to also share with you why you need to focus on making habits to reach your life desires. I mean, you got to get to goals somehow, and it does take a disciplined life to do so. Habits will help you get there. It's going to show you how to refocus your mind on routines and habits. Refocus your mind. You might already think you know how to do it, and maybe you do, and maybe this will help. Take it a little bit further there. It's going to teach you how to adapt and adopt and kind of make your habits kind of work for you. So we want to make them work and give you more time to do the things you need to do for that work-life balance. You don't feel totally pinned against the wall. Oh my gosh, I'm out of time. I don't have enough time to do all these things. Not enough hours in the day. The habits and the structure and the routine are going to help you through that portion of it. It's going to teach you how to improve your sleep and your morning routines with these new habits. I mean, I got a kid who has a hard time getting up in the morning. And, he'll be late for the bus. Like, what is going on with that? All the time, right? So we work on the morning routine. And in fact, the morning routine starts with the bedtime routine. At night, you need to get yourself ready, get your clothes laid out and together. There's a thing I learned on the flylady.com talking about the launching pad. There's a launch pad. You should have this launch pad already loaded at night. Like a rocket's going to take off in the morning. The launch pad is where you put everything that you need to take out the door with you there. You're not going to be looking for your keys. You're going to be looking for your wallet, or ladies, you're going to be looking for your purse or your glasses or your whatever, your backpack, by golly, or whatever in the morning. You are going to have it all on your launch pad because you use that for your before bedtime routine as a portion of that, and everything's already there. So your clothes are laid out and you already have it set up. It'll be easy to get up, get yourself showered, dressed, and everything's there. You don't have to wonder, where's my homework? Oh, I forgot to put it in my backpack. Or, where's my fancy presentation for work? Oh no, it's all over the place. No. So this is going to help you to get your sleep down and a little bit better. You'll sleep better by knowing that all that stuff is done. You're going to sleep a little more restless when you don't know that it's done. I mean, literally, if you're thinking about all these other things, okay, in the morning I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. I do that sometimes. I'm going to do this in the morning. And in the morning, you're like, going all over the place trying to get, you don't want that. You need to create that habit that's going to help you get better sleep because you're not thinking of those things in your mind subconsciously through the night. So for my son, I'm going to have him have his launch pad loaded. So he's not saying, oh, I missed the bus because I couldn't find my key. Oh, I missed the bus because I couldn't find my wallet. Oh, I missed the bus for whatever reason, right? It's already there. and it's already set. So we're working on improving your sleep because you don't worry about stuff all night long, and also your morning routines with some new habits. There's some ways you can learn ways to strengthen your relationship with your significant other through habits. Habits, that's a good thing, right? So also going to learn some rules to focus a little bit less on change and more on your long-term process. So not like, oh, I got to change this, I got to change that. Well, what's my long-term process? So there's so much to learn in this Better Habits resource that I have available for you today and HowWeFlow.today and HowWeFlow.today TV. Some more success techniques in making goals and plans. Techniques. We need techniques. We need map it out. We need the blueprint. We need the formula. And that's what you're going to get. You'll learn how you can practice using the new habits that you come to improve your mental and physical health. Customized activities are going to be available for you to help you realize if your current habits, what you're doing right now, if they're working. I'm getting along, Steph. It's good. It's good. It could be better, but it's all right. I don't need to do all that. But you got to assess it. Are they working, or do I need to really make some changes and refocus them a little bit? That's okay to do. It's okay to tweak, and even after you tweak them, it's okay to check in with yourself and say, do I need to do something still even different than that? So those are things to think about. Some practical ways to include others in your journey so you have some support. And, there's this thing called the accountability partner. You can set up all kinds of goals for yourself and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And if you don't have anyone to be accountable for this, then it's easy to say, I'll do it later, I'll do it later. But someone's asking you about it, someone you trust, and it's asking you in a way that you can receive it. Hey, how's it going with so-and-so? Or they see you a little off the rails with it and reminding you to get back on. What's your Better Habits thing doing today? That accountability partner really helps. So you need some support, and accountability will teach you some practical ways to include others without making them feel responsible for you, because you're responsible for yourself, but it's nice to have some support along the journey. I'm going to give you several techniques to be more open to changing habits that no longer serve you and your life purpose. And also, I'm going to have over 20 additional resources that will help you deepen your knowledge of how these habits are formed and why it's important, and so much more. Now, Stephanie, what is up with all of that? Why do I need that today? Well, I'll tell you why. Here's one more thing about it. I've got some special bonuses for if you're going to take action fast. For a fast action takers, fast action bonus number 1, a point-by-point checklist. And you're going to be looking at that so you can check off each point. I like a checklist guide, right? I got this big thing over there that's like a to-do list and a little checkbox next to it. That's the manual version. You probably have an electronic version of a to-do list, but checking them off as you do them, it gives you that feeling like, oh, I'm accomplishing some stuff, instead of just having all this stuff in your head and you're wondering if you're accomplishing it. So it's like a summary of the entire guide, but it's an actionable bite-sized points. So, you can really successfully get through this Better Habits course. Also, fast action bonus number 2, the resource cheat sheet. And I always say, I don't want you to cheat, but I'm going to give you this to help you deepen your knowledge and even kind of learn more with this handy resource cheat sheet, help you get a little extra edge on it. Number 3, fast action bonus number 3 is the mind map. It's all mapped out visually, the whole sequence, so that you know what you're doing. A lot of us are visual learners. I'm a visual learner, and I kind of need to see it. I can hear about it if I'm an auditory learner. I can hear about it and get it if I'm an auditory learner. Kinesthetic, I need to have my hands on it. Visual learner, I need to see it. And so when I see it mapped out, I'm like, I get it. Yeah, that's it. So it's going to be a quick glance at the mind map, and it's an instant refresher, put you right back on all the major points of the Better Habits resource, and even the action steps that are taken from the main guide. So does that sound good? Better Habits? It's a way to do it. And you ask, Stephanie, how much is this going to cost me? It's always the bottom line. You can own this guide together with all of the fast action bonuses for a mere $7. $7. Truly incredible deal for you. Did I mention that the ebook, again, it's only $7. Definitely a point worth repeating. Only $7 for the ebook. You're going to be kind of hard pressed to find, I must say, a more valuable resource like that. So I'm delighted to have this chance to share with you the Better Habits guide that's going to help you with this. Again, it's a comprehensive, valuable insights for only $7. And you will be able to get access to that right away. The ebook plus the Fast Action Bonus 1 checklist, Fast Action Bonus 2 resource cheat sheet, Fast Action Bonus 3 mind map for my visual learners, all that included for the $7. So we have a lot for you in the Better Habits. I've been talking about it. It's a 52-week guide. If you start at the beginning of the year, boom, by the end of the year, you're way ahead of yourself. And then you're ready to level up for the next year. Or you can start it at any time. You literally don't have to start it at the beginning of the year. If you're watching this and it is in April, by golly, start it in April. Start it whenever you can. And you're not behind. Start right where you are today. And that's okay to do. Again, this is the Better Habits 52-week guide to building better habits in all aspects of your life. And I've gone over all the great ways this can help you. So Better Habits 52-week guide to building better habits in all aspects of your life. It's available for you, and I'm happy to share it in HowWeFlow.today TV. More resources, more wonderful things coming to you in the next video. I'm Stephanie Stallworth, ATL Traffic Lady. Join our community at HowWeFlow.today. Get this resource and others, and join us. We're just kind of helping each other. We're each helping the other. Iron sharpens iron, and that's what we're here to do. Thanks for joining me today in How